Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's your friend Bats. My name is Jared. That's my boy Carl. And this is All-Star Superman, the deluxe edition by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely and Jamie Grant. You don't need to say much about this book. Everyone knows about this book. If you ever looked up a good Superman story to read, this is definitely like the one that's most picked, probably. It's in like every top 5. It's probably in everyone's top 10. It's really good. And for the longest time, I was in the camp of, it's okay. But that was also, I read this when it initially came out in trade paperback. And I had to been in my early 20s at the time. And now I'm about to be 40. And I went and reread this. I had bought the deluxe edition for myself because my to-be father-in-law was like, hey, I want to read a Superman story. You got any recommendations? So I just got him All-Star Superman compact edition. And I was like, I don't own this story. I should own this story too. So I bought myself the fancy version and read it for the first time since, I don't know, 2009, 10, 8? I don't remember. I don't remember when it came out. But I hadn't read it since then. And I just always remember being like, yeah, it's all right. And then the movie came out and I was like, yeah, it's all right. And so now we're leading into the summer of Superman. And the new James Gunn movie's coming out. And I know that he said this is one of the inspirations for the movie. And I'm friggin' hyped for that movie. It looks fantastic so far. From what I've seen, from the suit to the casting to the teaser trailer to the sneak peek, it just looks fantastic. The behind the scenes, everything. And he's like, this is the book that I remember James Gunn, it's not on there. James Gunn showing this on his Instagram and Twitter when Superman's sitting on a cloud. When he first said he was going to make Superman, he was talking about this story in particular. And I was like, I should probably read it again. And so when my soon-to-be father-in-law said he wanted to read it, and I got this. And so I normally read trades kind of in a couple of sittings, but I actually stewed on this one, if you will. Like I simmered on it. And so I would read an issue every couple of days, and it was just so much better. Like, I feel like this is a book that I'm probably going to come back to again. Probably after I see Superman. I'm probably going to reread it again in the near future. Because as I was reading this, I knew all the beats from before. But on my second read, this is essentially, I've probably read this my second time. Maybe I've read a few issues in the past. I think I may have started this before, didn't finish it, read it once all the way through, and then read it recently all the way through. But as I was, I was reading issue for issue every couple of days or so. I was just like, each issue is freaking brilliant. Like this right here, so absurd, but just fantastic. There's nothing that I can say that hasn't already been said about this book. But I want to say Frank Quitely is a master at his craft. And it makes me want to go back and read some of his other DC work, his Batman and Robin. I love this panel because I love dogs. This is great. This issue itself, the funeral in Smallville issue where Superman meets these other Supermen, freaking amazing. And then, you know, if you read it, you know, but like, bro, it's like right in the beginning of the series, right? It's like quarter of the way. The ending is kind of spoiled for you. So like, I feel like as you reread this, you get more value upon each reread. And it's kind of nuts. Like, I think because it wasn't in the movie, I forgot about Bizarro in the Bizarro stuff, and I loved it. It was just brilliant. Yeah, this book is just, it's almost perfection. Like, I forgot about these guys, and I just really, really like this book. I don't know what else to say other than it's amazing. I was talking to my best friend recently, and we were talking about this book, and he said he like forgot about this, and so did I. And he'd like, I was like, oh, you know, he created a universe where Superman doesn't exist, and in that world, because Superman has to exist, someone creates Superman. And he's like, I didn't realize that at all. And I was like, dude, you got to go reread this. And so we've been talking about how we're going to reread this. I think this is one of those books you just got to read like annually. And I'm probably going to. I think the things that I don't like about this book, if I had to pick anything, I feel like some of the fights, like this scene, kind of pointless to me, but not. Like it doesn't really change, like it doesn't really add anything to the story, really. It does and it really doesn't. And like the fight with Lex, like on the most part, Superman doesn't have to fight anyone in this story. He just does amazing things and like just does super heroic things. And it's fantastic. And like, you know, the consumer in me goes, maybe one day, but it doesn't need to be, right? Because it's like, it sets up for a sequel, but it doesn't need to be. Yeah, this is a great series. It's a must read. It's a must reread many times. So go buy this book if you don't have it. Thanks for watching. Peace.